Hello and welcome to this edition of Let's Talk About It. Today we are in the Beauty Bar. The Beauty Bar is actually owned by two sisters, Tiffany and Chasity. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Now, you guys own a salon that is a multicultural salon.
Yes, correct.
Now, how did you actually come up with a salon that's a multicultural salon? Tiffany, I'll ask you.
Actually, it started 19 years ago when I decided to do hair, and I knew that I wanted to do all textures, all ethnic background textures of hair.
Okay.
And so that's how the idea came about.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, you said 19 years ago. So is that when you had the idea or the vision to open this place up?
Actually, I had the idea that I wanted to do hair.
Okay.
And then we came up with the idea of the salon, which is the Beauty Bar, 3 years ago.
Okay. Well, you know, it's interesting because a lot of times we'll have a dream or a vision and we might have it 20 years ago, but it may take 19 years or whatever for that dream or that vision to manifest, which also speaks to the fact that you are diligent,
Yes.
you know, in what it is that you're doing. Now, I noticed you guys teamed up. Chassie, what made you and your sister Tiffany team up to open up this beautiful spot?
Well, I guess one reason I would say is that Tiffany and I, we have a very close relationship. We always try to do things together if possible. So it was only natural for us to go in business together. She told me that she had been doing hair for a long time and she wanted to open up her own salon, but she just didn't want to do it by herself. I think we kind of discussed it a few years before we even acted on the idea and the vision to do it. And once we kind of came together, I heard her gripes, she heard my gripes. We decided we both decided that we'll go ahead and try to work together and do this thing. And actually, it's been wonderful. It's an honor and a pleasure actually to work with my sister every day.
Wow.
Wow.
You know what? I think that's wonderful because so often we don't feel like we can work with family.
Exactly.
Yes,
You know,
we hear it all the time.
Yeah, so the fact that two sisters can actually come together and create a business, not only just creating a business, but a successful business, the Beauty Bar, I certainly tip my hat and commend you guys for that.
And
Thank you. Why, thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, I want to ask you, what are some of the hurdles that you faced in creating this awesome salon called the Beauty Bar?
Chastity. Tiffany. I would say getting recognized
Okay.
is one of the big hurdles that we have to kind of bear, because across a lot of people, when you say multicultural,
Yes.
they really don't quite understand exactly what that consists of. You know, usually we'll get phone calls or people come in and say, what type of hair do you do? We do all types of hair. What type of textures do you do? You know, they ask
Right.
it in a different way.
Mhm.
Society is so used to going to a certain type of salon. They do one type of thing. They do one type of ethnic of hair.
Right.
It's not diversity. So it kind of goes along with our vision. And one thing that we really have to push and let everyone know is if you walk through their door, we can service you.
Right.
Whether you have long, straight, short,
Curly, overly curly,
Exactly.
wavy.
Whatever it
It
is.
doesn't
We
matter.
can
We're
take
up
it.
for the challenge.
And men too. We're up for the challenge with men.
Is
you
that
know?
right?
Kids
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
Men and kids.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So I guess recognition and people just knowing about the services that we do and the type of hair that we do. We're just here to cater everyone.
Yeah. And you know what? I think that's important because when you're able to cater to everyone, then you broaden your business
Yes.
base. Therefore, you broaden the opportunities to be successful in the business that you're in
Correct.
because you're not one-dimensional. So I think that is awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome.
Thanks.
So look, I want to ask you, and Tiffany, I'll ask you, what type of advice would you give to someone who's looking to perhaps open up a salon or just somebody that's looking to create their own dream and their own vision?
Actually, the kind of advice I would give them would just be, you know, you can do it. Have your business plan in order. Make sure you have all your ducks in a row. and just kind of take things one at a time. Don't rush into it. And it's just, it's a lot to go through, but you'll get it done. Your ultimate goal is to keep going forward, move forward, and it'll eventually happen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
now for you, Chasity, what would you say to that?
I would most definitely say that you have to stay prayed up.
Okay.
And you have to have patience. I've learned to have so much patience with being in business for myself, and I would have to put a lot of that on one of the benefits of working with my sister, because we balance each other out.
That's good.
And then just having the faith, because you don't know when things are going to be up, when things are going to be down. And as a small business owner, so many obstacles come in your way, but you really have to dig deep and have the patience and the faith to endure, because in the end, like Tiffany said, it is well worth it. You know, the flexibility alone for us to spend time with each other, with our family, and still have the ability to do what we love. It's a blessing within itself.
Yes.
Not saying that, you know, as a business owner, you're going to be rich, but you'll be rich in other ways. You know, you'll be rich with peace of mind. You'll be rich with,
and you know what?
Aha moment.
I'm sorry, I'm just kind of going on with the question. But you know, it's just, it's something that I've had to really work on, as a coming from corporate environment to working for myself. You know, you have to find the beautiful things of just being able to come in and breathe and say, you know what, look, I can call the shots today. Whether it's good or bad, I'm in control of the situation. So patience and faith, one of the number one things that you're going to have to need to be successful. And we're still a work in progress. So we haven't made it, but we are a work in progress.
And I think that's wonderful. You know, it's awesome when we can create opportunities to hone in on our destiny. Because so often our destiny is in the hand of others, especially when we're in corporate America and operating and working for someone else. But when you work for yourself, you certainly can mold things in the way that you want them to go. So I think that's great. I want to ask you ladies too, in doing hair, there are so many different things that you can encounter in doing hair. You may have someone that come in with something wrong with their scalp or a different type of condition that you may not have seen before. How would you handle a situation like that?
Actually, I would recommend them to go and see a doctor, a physician, either a esthetician or their regular
family doctor or
correct, a dermatologist. And actually, we've never experienced that.
Yes.
Knock on wood. But in that situation, that's what I normally would recommend.
Okay. Okay. Now, this is a big trend in the hair industry. I'm seeing this a lot, and I want you ladies' opinion on it if you don't mind.
Sure.
And I want your honest opinion on it.
Sure.
All right. Now, one of the things that I've seen in the hair industry that's happening so much now, and I think it's based on the fact that we see so many celebrities doing it, but it's important that you have the right person to do this for you. And this particular thing that I'm talking about is the lace front wigs. And I'm sorry, but I just had to bring up the lace front.
Okay, you just had to bring it up.
I had to bring up the lace front. And I only bring it up because I myself, as a photographer, and having clients at various times to come in, and so often they may wear a lace front, but not every lace front is for everybody.
This is true.
And I think it's important, the application. But I want to ask you ladies, what do you guys think about the lace fronts?
You want to answer or you want me to answer?
I think you should answer.
All right, Chasity, we're going to go with you. What do you think about the lace front, if you don't mind?
My professional opinion about the lace front is make sure you go to a professional person to do the lace front. The lace front can be very good for, like you say, photography, temporary work, you know, things being done. But just make sure that it's professionally done, because when anything, not just lace fronts, weaves, sew-ins, braids, or whatever, they can always be damaging to your hair. And you want to make sure, we're into healthy hair. So whatever it is, you want to make sure that it's something that's healthy for your hair. Second of all, you want to make sure that it's something that is going to, I guess I would say, complement your looks.
Right.
Not every lace front, you know, just like with wearing a wig,
Right.
a toupee, anything,
Mhm.
complements your look.
Right.
So whether it's makeup, a haircut, a hairstyle, you want it to complement your look.
Absolutely.
Everything should be some naturally.
Yeah.
Your lace front should look like your
It's natural.
natural hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it belongs
That
to
is,
you.
it belongs to you.
Right, and
It-
yeah, so often I've witnessed the ones that look like they don't necessarily belong to that person. and I think that, back to what you said, it's so important that you go to a professional.
Yes, a
You know,
professional.
and it's good that we have professionals like yourselves in the
Correct.
industry, for those people who are willing to pay
Right.
money to have a look that gives a natural
You
appearance.
get what you
That's the
pay
key.
for. You get what you pay for,
You
and
get
you
what you
get
pay for.
the experience. A
Yeah.
lot of times you're paying for the experience, the knowledge, and just the overall total look for it, because
Right.
we're not gonna let you walk out of here looking any kind of way.
Because your name's attached to it.
Our names is
Correct.
attached to it, and because you are a representation of your stylist.
Mhm.
So if you have on a lace front and your baby hair is all the way down to your eyes,
Mhm.
and the hair just it looks like a lace front, then I'm not sure you're gonna get too many compliments,
Right.
and I'm sure your stylist is not gonna get that many referrals.
And
So
yeah.
that makes a difference. So let's just make sure that it complements you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so
I
important.
think that's a good way of saying it.
I think that's a great way of saying
Okay.
it. And you know, one of the things that I noticed too, when women are getting this type of procedure, oftentimes once it's removed, I've noticed that they've actually lost a lot of hair around
They
their
have hair
edges.
breakage.
Yes.
So what type of solution is there for that type of thing?
Let's not get the lace front.
End up
There are
saying.
healthier ways to where we,
Correct.
you know, we don't want to
Okay.
scare our significant others.
Right.
You
So
know.
tell me this, if someone was to come into the salon with the lace front and they said, we want this to be applied, and if you looked at that and you realized this is not for you, would you actually tell your client that?
Of course. That is involved in the consultation.
Gotcha.
You have to have a correct consultation when you go and visit with your stylist. And if it's not the right look, or that installation will not be done that day.
Okay, that's fantastic. So that says to me that you ladies operate with integrity.
Oh,
yes,
yes.
sir.
And so it's not just
definitely.
about the dollar, but it's about being honest
Yes.
and
It's
being
about
real
being honest and healthy hair.
and healthy hair, because that's your platform, healthy
Yes,
hair,
yes.
regardless of anything. You know, I'm enjoying this dialogue. As always, you guys are doing a great job here. And
Thank
we're going to
you.
come back with more of Let's Talk About It in just a moment with my wonderful guests, Tiffany and Chasity. All right, we'll see you in just a moment with more. All right, welcome back to this edition of Let's Talk About It. My beautiful guests, and yes, I said beautiful guests, are two sisters, Tiffany and Chasity of the Beauty Bar. Welcome back to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You know, we're talking about beauty. It's all about beauty, and you guys are all about beauty. Your salon is called the Beauty Bar. And now, tell me, how did you come up with the name, the Beauty Bar?
Well, actually, we wanted a salon
Okay.
that would offer all different kinds of services. And so that's how we came up with the name. You can get your nails done, lashes, brows, definitely hair,
Uh-huh.
and that's how we came up with the Beauty Bar.
Okay, so a full service, everything.
Full service salon.
You name it, you guys can handle it.
That's right.
Yes.
So if I come in here with corns and calluses, y'all can handle my
We can
corns and calluses.
handle it. We can handle it.
Y'all
We can handle it, yes.
I might be the toughest customer.
That's okay.
Y'all
I'm
can
sure
handle
you're
it.
not. I'm sure you're not.
Now, you know, in talking about beauty, beauty encompasses so many things. It's not just hair, but when you talk about cosmetics and makeup. Now, how do you actually decide what cosmetics to use on an individual, or colors and tones and things of that nature?
Well, actually, you decide in your consultation. You're pretty much, your time with that client when they sit in your chair, you're pretty much examining the face of their shape, the structure, bone structure of their face, the skin type, the coloration in their face.
Right.
And so all of that goes into consideration as to what products you would use. If you would, are you trying to create a highlighted look, a low lighted look? Are you wanting something a little bit more dramatic, something natural? It's just kind of like when you're doing makeup for a photo shoot. It's completely different from when you're doing makeup for a bride, or when you're doing makeup just for an event, Halloween, Christmas. I mean, you just want to take in consideration as to what type of makeup that the client is going to be needing for what type of event, and their skin tone, skin texture, all of that plays a big role in it.
Okay, okay. Now, you know, one of the things that I've noticed, of course, back to my photography background, is that oftentimes you'll see the skin tone, like the neck might be one shade, but then the face is the other shade. What is the solution for that type of situation?
Well, typically when you're doing makeup, applying your foundation, you're supposed to apply it from your hairline all the way down to your neck to blend that. So what's happening is it's not being blended all the way down to their neck. And so then that's where you have the discoloration of the face and the neck. And then you have some individuals who they just want to have a highlighted look, a lighter complexion. So they're not getting their makeup to fit their skin tone, and so they're kind of doing it themselves. They're probably going into the store, and instead of getting a consultation to get the makeup to match their skin tone, they're getting what they think that they should have. So now, if it's most of the time, professional makeup isn't done that way. But you know, if you're in a situation where you're seeing just random pictures of people getting it done, doing their makeup, of having gotten their makeup done, it's because they're not bringing it all the way down to kind of blend in the neck and the face.
So the blending is very important.
The blending is very important when you're applying makeup, whether it's eyeshadow, blush, foundation, concealer. Blending is the #1 thing.
Okay. Now, you know, another thing that I'm seeing that's really popular, and I'm going to talk to you about this, Tiffany, in hair, like your hairstyle right now. That's a great hairstyle. It fits you perfectly. You know, and I've seen other people that are wearing a hairstyle, they'll put color in their hair, like it could be a bright red or a pink or a green. I notice that a lot right now.
Blue.
Blue. You know, what's your take on that? And do you have clients that actually come to you for that type of
Actually, I love it because it is a work of art, and hair and makeup is art. It's a lot of people use their hair and their makeup for their expressions on how they feel. It's like an outlet of, you know, of what they're feeling, and I actually do like it. I like it, but I don't do a lot of it because my clientele is mostly conservative. So it doesn't allow me to maneuver a lot in the array of rainbow colors. But I definitely do like it because it shows the artistry in the hair.
Got you. So tell me this, do you think that type of style is influenced by celebrities and people that are seeing things in the media?
Of course, yes, all the time. Yes,
all the time?
Yes, because little kids look at celebrities and Disney actors, and they go off of what they see. Rihanna, Beyonce, they like to blue hair. They look at them as role models. So of course, they want to try it. You know, the little extension clip-ons, pink, green. You know, the little girls, they love it. The sweet and sassy, they get the glitter and everything, and it shows their personality, a part of their personality, and they want to check things out.
You know, I want to ask you guys another question. Do you think there are certain hairstyles that are appropriate for certain ages, or do you think that any age can wear any hairstyle?
Actually, I think it depends on your face.
Depends on your face.
Your face structure, the shape. I am a person, I feel like, and I've been told that I can wear any hairstyle, and I think, again, your hairstyle is a part of your personality, and it expresses, you know, what you're feeling. If your hair, especially for a lady, if your hair isn't right, then you don't feel right. You know, if you're having a bad hair day, then your day is bad all around all because of your hair. Yes, but I think a lot of different women, different ages, they're able to pull a lot of things off at every age. I think you should not have any boundaries as far as, you know, age appropriate styles or, you know, I think everybody can wear any hairstyle.
Really?
Yes.
I find that interesting because, and you mentioned your hair making or breaking you on a day. You know, I've never had that problem personally, but I can imagine what it could be like.
I know you have had hair before in your younger years.
In my Did she just say I had hair before in my younger years? Sounds to me like she trying to come for me, y'all.
Of course not.
And now I'm fixing to go for her.
Don't do it,
No,
please.
God's grace is going to allow her to get away with getting me like she just got me.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, another trend that I see happening in the hair industry is natural hair, where we're going back to natural hair and hair that's not treated with chemicals and that nature.
Yes.
I'd like to know, Chasity, what you think about the natural hair?
My professional opinion on the natural hair is, if you can rock it, then wear it.
I like
Natural
that.
hair is not for everyone, and that's my professional and personal opinion.
Okay.
It goes along with what works for you. You know, if natural hair, some ladies wear natural hair, they wear it very well. They're really stylish, they can work it, and some ladies, it just doesn't work for them. We've
Okay.
had several clients come in because it is kind of like a fad. It's a transition.
trend.
You
It's
think
a
so?
trend, yes. You know, and some ladies are wanting to see if that works for them, and some of them can go right along with it. They can pick it up, they can keep it up, they can do it. And then some ladies come in and say, hey, relax my hair. I just can't do it
Can't do
anymore.
I need my creamy crack.
I need
Is
my
that right?
creamy
People
crack.
say creamy crack.
Yes. You know, it's
I
just
like that.
it's a personal struggle because, you know, everyone has this the thought process of, oh, if I do natural, it's going to be easy. It's
Yeah.
easy. Natural hair isn't as easy as, just because it's natural, it still has to be maintained. It still
Okay.
has to be styled. It still has to be washed, conditioned. You do just as much with natural as you do with relaxed hair. But it's just your preference. It's your personal preference.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Me, myself, I am creamy crack.
Is that right? So you don't, can you see yourself going natural?
I have debated the going natural, but if I have to say it, no. I like having the flexibility of wearing my relaxer.
Okay.
And living in Houston, you know, in Houston we have a lot of humidity. We're not on the East Coast and the West Coast where it's more comfortable for them to wear their hair that way. Their hair can
Okay.
withstand it. But here, you know, me personally, my hair will frizz up, it will wave up, it barely does what it needs to do with the relaxer, and it does go into the type of hair that you have.
Okay.
And so it's much easier for me to just do a relaxer on my hair because I'm lazy with my hair.
Okay.
Miss Tiffany does my hair.
Oh, is that right?
And so even with I like to have a certain look. So because of that, I know what compliments me and what works for me.
For you.
Right.
And at the
Okay.
end of the day, you have to do something that compliments you and work with you. Natural is not that easy. And I think it's a lot of young ladies. I have a young cousin. She's natural and she's beautiful with it. She
Okay.
does so many different things with her hair and it's awesome.
Mhm.
And then I know some women who they don't do anything with their hair. So it's just your personal
Just
preference.
boils down to a personal preference.
Yes.
Okay, one more last quick question.
Sure.
Speaking of hair and natural hair, good hair versus bad hair. And I know you guys have heard people talk about, oh, she
Yes.
got good hair, or they got good hair.
Yes.
You know, is there any such thing as good or bad hair, or it's just different hair?
There's no such thing as good or bad hair. It is curly hair, overly curly hair, and you know, everybody has nice grade of hair. Some hair is easier to work with, some hair you work for your money.
Okay. You work for your money.
Some hair
That's
you
too
work
funny.
for your money, but all hair it's really good and it can be managed. It's
Okay.
knowing what to do, how to do it, and that goes back into, we are a multicultural hair salon. We know how to deal with different textures of hair, whether it's curly, overly curly, or wavy.
Fantastic.
And you have to maintain. Maintenance is really important.
Maintenance is everything.
A lot of
right?
women come in and they're like, I haven't been to the hair salon in 6 months, but I want my hair to be a certain way. Your hair is trainable. You have to train your hair. You have to have a hair regimen, just like you have to have a face regimen,
Okay.
a weight loss regimen. You have to have a regimen in order for your hair to be maintained and to be healthy and for it to do what you want it to do.
Got you. That's a very good answer. We've gotten so much information from you guys today as it relates to hair and the hair industry and things of that nature, and just it's such a well-rounded salon here at the Beauty Bar. Now, how do people get in touch with you guys to find out more about you?
Well, we're located, our physical address is 5475 West Loop South, Suite 190. We're located right off of 610 inside the Loop between Bel Air and the Galleria. You can also look us up on Facebook, The Beauty Bar. You can also look us up on our Instagram, Our Beauty Bar, and Twitter, Our Beauty Bar.
And our phone number is 713-664-2000.
And that's 713.
664-2000.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this edition of Let's Talk About It. And for more information on myself and the show and the Beauty Bar, you can certainly reach us at Let's Talk About It 12tv@gmail.com. That's Let's Talk About It 12tv@gmail.com. Until next time, we'll see you then.